All right, Fritzy has mock headlines. Hugh Freeze, the Ole Miss coach, was fired. Once again, can't read the headline in red.
And again, these aren't meant to be insensitive.
Of course not, because you would never, ever do that.
Yeah, a man lost his job or resigned, whatever you want to call it. But we'll roll these out anyway.
Okay.
Hugh, have you been calling, Coach? Hugh, have you been calling?
Hugh, have you been calling? Okay.
Freeze at last. Ole Miss can now move on.
Okay.
Rebel without a job.
Ooh.
That's a little insensitive. Nut, a good decision.
Houston Nut involved in this?
Kississippi. What was Coach searching for?
Okay.
Looking for love in all the wrong places there.
Okay.
What a phony.
Yeah, it's on the phone.
Yeah, and
it.
Hugh Freeze should have taken the blame for something. Erect a statue for Hugh, not in Oxford. And we will wrap it up with hooker and ladder.
What does that mean?
That's
like a hook and ladder play?
It's a football play. It's a hooker and ladder.
Okay.
And if you're calling an escort service.
All right. So there you go. There you go. There are mock headlines with Hugh Freeze. This is what I read earlier today on a couple of different websites, that this could be a good thing for Ole Miss because under Hugh Freeze, they were under investigation, 1-year bowl ban, and it looked like there was probably going to be, if there was a second-year bowl ban, you were going to have, I think, a mass exodus with players, that they weren't going to stay around if you're not going to be bowl eligible for 2 years. This might be one of those, hey, Hugh Freeze is not here any longer. Can you take some leniency on us? Whether that happens or not, but Hugh Freeze presented himself as this Bible-toting, do the right thing Christian man, and then he said that he maybe butt-dialed this number. This is what I don't understand. If you're trying to dial a 313 or an 813 and you make the mistake, what about the other numbers, the other 7 numbers that are there that are attached to an escort service? So maybe you I've dialed 203 instead of 213 before, but I don't end up with an escort service. And then all of a sudden they go, can we see your phone records here? Is there a pattern here? And then they realize there is no sympathy for Hugh Freeze in the SEC today. Trust me. But these other coaches, because they knew something was up with Ole Miss, and there's a whole lot more up with Ole Miss. I don't know what the NCAA does. Do they all of a sudden say, all right, we're going to call off the dogs here?
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.